Alright, Kleschka Crew, what is up everybody? Welcome. I got something I want to talk about. As most of you know, I am a huge Angels fan. That is my team that I rep in baseball. Always been an Angels fan, always will be. And Mike Scioscia has been my manager my whole life. I mean, literally not my whole life, but I basically, ever since I've been into baseball, he's been my manager. And that ended in 2018. He stepped down, him and the Angels parted ways, and we had to go through a new manager process. First time that's ever happened for me. All the other teams, I'm sure you've gone through it, but I have never felt that. Mike Scioscia did so much for us, and I can't thank him enough. And I wasn't gonna just trust anyone going to be our manager. I will admit, I'm very picky, and I was very hesitant to some of the names I was hearing, and they made a decision. Our new manager for the 2019 season is Brad Ausmus, and I'm going to talk about how I feel about that. And also, when we're done with all the Ausmus talk, we're going to talk about the Angels opting out of their stadium contract. But for now, let's talk about how I feel and Brad Ausmus being our manager for the 2019 season, my opinion. Now, the decision was made a couple days ago from when I'm recording this, and when I first heard he was in the running, I was so hesitant because I know his past with the Tigers. It wasn't that good. Before we get into the managerial side of Brad Ausmus, let's talk about Brad Ausmus as a player. Yes, he played in the MLB. He didn't come from nowhere. He was an MLB catcher for 18 years. I do remember when Brad Ausmus played. He played for the Padres, Tigers, Astros, and Dodgers. The Angels have a thing with hiring Dodgers catchers to be our manager. I don't know why, but that's just the thing apparently. In his career, he batted .251, he had 80 home runs, and he had 607 RBIs. So not quite the offensive guy, but defense, he was a solid defender. He was a 3-time Gold Glove Award winner. He was a 1999 All-Star. And he is third in MLB history with 12,839 putouts, only behind Ivan Rodriguez and Jason Kendall. So that is pretty dang good behind the plate, alright? Okay, now we can move over to the managerial side of Brad Ausmus. He's only managed one MLB team, and that is the Detroit Tigers. I remember when he was the Tigers manager. It wasn't that long ago. It was from 2014 to 2017. Here's his record: 314 wins and 332 losses. He was under 500 by 18 games. So it was but like that's not what I'm like looking at when I am a fan and I'm like, yeah, that's what I want from a manager. His winning percentage was .486, so like I said, below 500. So I was very, very hesitant in getting this guy as our manager. I did not want it. When I saw him on the candidates list, I was like, please. Like, there was also Eric Chavez, there was Omar Vizquel, which I thought would have been awesome. Joe Espada, Dino Ebel, which is our bench coach, or not our bench coach, our third base coach, and then Joe Espada is the Astros bench coach. So I was like, dang, like these are solid options, but I don't want a guy who has a negative winning percentage. But I think I'm being harsh on him. Like I said before, it is the only MLB team he has managed, so he doesn't have tons of experience. He's also managed the Israel national baseball team for the WBC, the World Baseball Classic. That's another managerial position that he did. But currently, he was the special assistant to our GM, general manager, Billy Epler. So he was in the organization, but I was so hesitant. The Angels were saying we were looking for a guy who could connect with players, which I am completely on board with. I definitely want a guy who will connect with Trout and bring the team together, more like a family, like the softball crew. We all get along, we treat each other like family, and we play well together. So I want that for the Angels too. I think that would be great. I also want Shohei Ohtani to have someone that he can trust and he's happy being around. I hope Brad Ausmus is that guy. I hope Brad Ausmus has that player-friendly attitude. He's still pretty young. He's 49. For a manager, I feel like that's young. So I think he'll get along well with all the players. I think having Albert there as a veteran will be great. I think Brad Ausmus is going to have a ton of fun managing the team. And I think I'm warming up to the idea of Brad Ausmus. But when it was first announced that he was one of the candidates, I seriously did not want it at all. You can ask people from softball. I did not want him to be our manager. But I still got to say I'm bittersweet. Like, he doesn't have a good track record, but like I said, it was only with one MLB team, so it's not like I have a lot to draw from, you know. But maybe he'll turn it around with us. There's been plenty of managers who their first time around, they did not do good, and then they went to another team and they found success, okay? I'm hoping that is Brad Ausmus. He has talent on this team that he can work with. Of course, he has the best player in baseball, Mike Trout. Then Zach Cozart's going to be back next year. Shohei Ohtani gets a full year of hitting. Albert is a great veteran. We have the talent. Justin Upton, Cole Calhoun, and Dalton Simmons. So come on. I believe we have the talent. We get pitching in the offseason. Brad Ausmus, you have a good team to work with. Now, if I'm talking about the other candidates, I think I really wanted Omar Vizquel, mainly because he was a great defender. He was a great baseball player. But like I said, I looked more into Brad Ausmus. I told you guys his stats, and I found out he was a very good defender. But I don't know, his name, and I seriously think it's just that years with the Tigers in my head just bothers me. Okay, you've heard what I think about Brad Ausmus being our new manager for the 2019 season, the Angels. My second manager in all the time I've watched Angels baseball. It's crazy. Mike Scioscia's been my manager. I didn't know any other manager. So now Brad Ausmus is going to take this over. Maybe I think that's what it is. You know, it's like, no, Mike Scioscia's my manager. I don't want this guy. Mike Scioscia's my manager. So maybe that's why I'm bittersweet about it. Brad Ausmus, I wish you the best of luck. I'm seriously hoping you do so good with the team. I hope you stick around for many years. I hope you bring us much success. Okay, so the Angels opted out of their contract with Angels Stadium in Anaheim. So this is the deal. We either had to stay there till 2029 or we had to opt out now to either try and rework a deal to stay at Angel Stadium. If they rework a deal, they said they want to stay till like 2023. Like that's how long they want this deal to go. But right now they're either going to try and rework one or they're going to move. But it's not terrible for Angels fans watching. I've been doing my research. The Angels love Orange County. They love the area. They don't want to leave. If they move, it won't be far. It'll be like Tustin, Irvine, and we'll probably still be the Los Angeles Angels. And I don't know completely yet. We're still playing at Angel Stadium in 2019. That's for sure. The stadium announcement of whether we're getting a new contract, like just a different contract, is probably going to be, you'll hear news about it probably towards the end of the 2019 season or 2020. But I love Angels Stadium. I mean, it's the only stadium I know for the Angels, so of course I love it. Just like I was saying with Mike Scioscia, he's the only manager I knew. This is the only stadium I know. It's going to be so hard to let go and say goodbye. It already was for Scioscia. Am I going to have to do that for my stadium too? I love our stadium. It's beautiful. I love the environment. I love going to games there, and it would feel so different if I didn't have this stadium and we have to play our games in a new one. But hey, life comes with change, so I got to adjust and I'll enjoy it. This new stadium, it'll be up to date. What am I saying? We don't even know if there is one yet, but with what's going on, who knows? The Angels front office has come out and spoken publicly. Like I said, they love Orange County. They don't want to move far. They want to stay to the area. So it's not like we're going to be getting the New York Angels or the Miami Angels. They're going to stay in this area, thankfully, because I don't want my team to leave. That would suck. So yeah, even though there's a possibility Angel Stadium might be taken away from me and it might be gone, it could stick around for a few more years also. But I just wanted to address that too, how I feel about the stadium and the news about it. I'm sure some of you heard about it. But yeah, we talked about Ausmus and we talked about the stadium, so let's end this video. Like the video, everybody, subscribe, and let me know in the comments, what do you think about Brad Ausmus being the Angels manager? Like, I give my opinion, you know. See you next time.